Vintage audio repair is our main. Bringing old electronics back to life is our game. Tubes and wires we arrange. Every circuit we exchange. Dusty gears begin to turn. Ancient speakers start to burn. We revive the faded sound, where lost frequencies are found. Through the cracks and through the ground, we revive the faded sound. Crackling tapes and humming noise, broken knobs and shattered joys. Every fix we deploy brings back life to your pride and joys. Dusty gears begin to turn. Ancient speakers start to burn. We revive the faded sound, where lost frequencies are found. Through the cracks and through the ground.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Yes, I am here again as promised, and I didn't set the camera. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome. It's another Electronics Sunday with yours truly. Right, so let's start off by saying to you, if when you do a repair, guys, I've been working on the Linear Super Disco, as we all know. And I've had quite a bit of issue with it, but I've got it all sorted. Anyway, basically, what the problem was, we'll start with the headphone amplifier. We'll start with the headphone amplifier for monitoring your records before you play them, so you can cue it up. Right, so we'll start with that. I'm just putting these capacitors away. I'm going to label all these trays later. Anyway, basically, guys, I recapped all the three boards that are in that, as you all know. I recapped all the boards that are in it, and what was giving the headphone amplifier a bit of an headache was one of the 4.7s I replaced with a 4.7 turned out to be a faulty 4.7. I've got the capacitor here, guys. I think this is the one. Is that the one? No, that's not it. But I've got it somewhere. And basically the whole body, I can't find it, guys. It doesn't matter. That's not it. I thought it was. That's not it. Anyway, it doesn't matter whether I find it or not. That's immaterial. That's besides the point even. Right, basically what the point was, I put a brand new part in that turned out to be faulty, and that was what was causing the hum on the headphone amplifier. The capacitor I put in was actually open circuit, brand new open capacitor, and I didn't check it. So, you know, I've been through them all now. Painstakingly went through them all. Didn't do it on camera, it was tedious. I took the mixer back out last night because I was determined to get to the bottom of it. I took the mixer back out and I went through it completely, and I've checked everything. And as far as I'm concerned, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that mixer. It's a bit noisy still, not as bad though. It's not as bad, but you know, I think there is actually a Japanese epoxy transistor in there, with them with the dome top on them, and they're known for going noisy. So it could be that that's the problem. But you know, you can't hear the noise is pretty low now. You can't hear it over the records, so I'm happy with that. The mic all works as it should. It's a bit noisy on the mic EQ. That could be a noisy transistor that's doing that. When you turn the EQ down, it goes a bit noisy, but when you turn it up it's okay, so I can live with that. I'm probably never ever going to use the mic ever again. And when I used to use that, I used to turn the mic EQ pretty much full up anyway, so you know, I think it's always been like that from day one of me owning it back in the 90s when I owned it the first time round. Back in the 90s, I used to turn the mic EQ pretty much up anyway, because the mic sounds very thin. The mic on that sound, no matter what mic you plug in, it sounds very thin. I mean, they're just giving you the basics. You're getting nothing special there. You know, they were the dance set, you know, Linear and Fal were the dance set of the disco world. You're getting no frills. You know, you're getting nothing they're not giving you anything that they don't have to give you. You know, you're getting the bare minimum. A machine that's capable of doing the job, and that's it. And it's done the job for, well, that was made in 1975. So, maybe even a bit later. But the decks are SP25 Mark 5s. So I'd say 1975-ish that was made. And it's still with us. It was repaired by Les Barry Sound back in the 90s. I took it in and had it done because there was a fault on the amplifier and I couldn't find the fault on the amplifier. So I took it into Les Barry and they did it for me. They charged me £31 if I remember rightly. Which was a good deal, it weren't bad. And they've done a good job obviously because the amplifier is still alive. I did recap the board on the main amp as you've seen. I thought I may as well do that while I'm in there. I didn't do the two smoother caps. I've not reservoir smoother, I've not done those. But I may do them at some point. I can get them, so I may do them. I can get equivalents, so I may do them. But we're probably going to do a restuff because the Panasonic ones that I was looking at are a bit smaller than they're a bit, you know, obviously modern components are not as big as the originals, so what I might do is restuff them so I can put them back in the original clamps. But that's going to be an amplifier out job, that really. That'll be an amplifier out job to do that. And then I can say for all certainty then that all the capacitors have been done. There's not much in the way of polyester capacitors in there. You don't have to do those. There's about fucking 3 or 4 in the whole thing. There's a couple on the main amplifier board and there's a couple on the preamp on the mixer. And that's it. I mean, there's not really. Let me just find my glasses and my phone. Oh, by the way, I didn't almost forget, and I never forget. Thank you very much to Steaming Richard for the coffee you bought me this morning. Thank you very much, my mate. That's very much appreciated. Thank you very much, sir. And if you're at Goulburn in November, I might see you there. Yeah. Right, so let's go. We've got plenty of charge in the phone, so just check my emails, guys. Yeah, I've looked at all this shit. Well, there's 2 I haven't looked at, to be honest. So thank you, Richard, for the coffee. Very, very appreciated. Always appreciated. I'll get onto the chat in a second, see if anybody's come in. We'll do that right now. Sorry I kept you waiting on the chat, guys. I do apologise. It wasn't deliberate. I'm not sure if Steve's here today. I'm going to say no. In fact, I'm going to put him off today. I'm going to cancel him today. We'll do that. That's the wrong fucking video. That's last night. I had to take off. I had to erase the 007 because my video got blocked worldwide for playing 007. Do 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 do. I got my video got barred worldwide. Got blocked worldwide for playing 007, guys. for playing the James Bond theme. How about that, eh? Yeah, there's people who play stuff on there and they get through. I think it's favouritism. Good afternoon. I'll start from the top, work my way down. Good afternoon, Malcolm. Good afternoon, Ridley. Good afternoon, Jason. And good afternoon, Estex. Good afternoon, guys. It's a pleasure to be here, always is. We've got 10 people in. Right, so basically, always check your components before you fit them. I mean, that had me running round in circles because I changed all the capacitors. So I'll be honest with you guys, I was chasing my tail a little bit on that one. Because I thought they can't be the capacitors, they're brand new, I've just put the damn things in. But it was a dodgy capacitor. Now how about that one? You know, I've not fished out a bad capacitor in ages, but from now on I think I'm for the couple of seconds it takes, from now on I think I'm going to just test them before putting them in. I mean, I've had a couple of dodgy diodes, you know, where you put a diode in and it's been fucking short or it's been fucking open. You know, fucking, I've had that before today. I've had transistors over the years that have been dodgy, you know, from brand new bloody parts. And the thing is, you see, if you buy a component and you fit it, you can't take the damn thing back. But you know, back in the days of the electronics shops, you couldn't take the damn things back because they'll just say, "Oh, well, you must have blown it putting it in." Yeah, okay. So back then I had a primitive transistor checker and I used to check them with it, and if they were faulty I used to not put them in, obviously. I just used to go back with them and say, yeah mate, you know, and they couldn't argue with you because the damn thing hadn't been soldered. You know, if you didn't fit them you could take them back. If you fit them you're fucked, because they'll just say, oh, you must have blown it putting it in, or there must be another fault that's caused it, or they'll say anything to avoid giving you. Back in the day a transistor was about 20 pence, 30 pence maybe, well yeah it would be. You could buy 4 for less than £1. Output transistors you could get 4 for about we'll call it £1. You get 4 for £1. We'll say they were 10 bob each, which is 50p. Say they were 50 pence each, but for argument's sake you could get a full set. You can't do that now, but yeah, yeah, you couldn't take them back if you fitted them, because they just say, oh well, there must be something else and you've blown them, you know. So I used to test the fuckers before I fitted them, and you know, but you know, I did have a rather crude transistor checker. That's all it did. It had a neon in it, which when you selected whether it was an NPN or a PNP, and you just turned the dial, and when the light went, I think it was when the light went off, that was your base current, I think, or some of that. I can't remember how it worked, but it was very primitive. It was nothing like the Peak Atlas tester I use today. The Peak Atlas tester is a million miles away. It's a million miles apart from what I used to have. I lost that transistor checker in Scotland. I lost that when I lived in Scotland, because I had to leave Scotland rather in a hurry, and so I left it behind, along with me. I left my Weller soldering station, my meter. Came back to Manchester with fuck all really, just my record collection and my hi-fi. I didn't bring my tools, you know, and that was it really. That was pretty much it. But yeah, always check your parts, guys, before you fit them. Lesson learned. And you know, just make sure. What was happening was, I noticed that what I was doing, I was just floating one leg of the leads, you know, because I left them with plenty of leads, some of them, and you know, so I could just snip the lead and float one side, and I floated one side of this capacitor, and noticed that the capacitor turned on the lead, the whole lot turned, and it was the lead was loose inside the component, but I never noticed it when I put it in. You know, you don't think to look. I just put it in and soldered it in and snipped the wires, and you know, it's repair done. Well, service done. It wasn't a repair as such. you know, but you know, it was just a bit of a pain in the arse, really, because it meant I had to fault find something that, you know, that if I'd have just left the original capacitors in, then I wouldn't have had to fault find it. I wouldn't have had to fault find it, search for the fault that, you know, originally wasn't there. Because I was certain that I was certainly that headphone amplifier was working. It always has worked. It's never been a problem. We've had a couple of issues, but we've got round them. I had another issue. Listen to this one. This one will really make you ponder. I put another 4.7 in on the microphone stroke output board. You know, the board that really controls everything. I snipped one side of a capacitor, and it was loose. It wasn't loose inside. I tested the component. The component was okay, but the capacitor was loose. So I removed the board and I had a look, and I put my finger on where I'd soldered it, and there was no movement. You know, the joint was completely covered with solder. It wasn't a dry joint or one I'd forgot to do, or, you know, I'd made an error in my judgment on soldering, or nothing like that. There was a nice big round, blob of solder covering the component. You know, it had good coverage, yet the component moved. And that was causing our mixer not to come on every now and again. It would just hiss. Because when you take that capacitor out, that's all it does. It just hisses. It just hisses. It doesn't actually send anything. It doesn't actually send anything anywhere. So, you know, that's what that does. So, and you know, so basically I just thought, fuck it. It was coming out. It was half out anyway. So I thought, fuck it. I just put a new one in. I did test the old one. It's this one here. It's this tiny little fella here. This little fella here. You know, I tested him and he tested okay. Oh no, this is the one this is the one that's loose. Look at that, guys. I can turn it with my finger. The whole component, and it's all loose inside the can. There's actually movement inside the can. The legs actually move up and down. There's movement there, and there shouldn't be. And you can and that was the one that come off the headphone amp. The new one I put in, I took off the headphone amp. Anyway, I put the new one in the actual in the preamp output stage, I believe it is. I can't find a manual on this thing. There doesn't seem to be a manual for the Linear Super Disco or the Linear 70 Super Disco. The Linear 70 Super Disco, it's basically the same thing, except it's a bit newer. Some of the buttons are in different places. You know, your deck switches are all on the right, just below your on-off switch, and some of your switch. I think it's got all the same fucking switches on it though, but they're all in a row instead of being like mine, where I've got me mic EQ, my mic, and then I've got me level, me fader level. I've got my fade level, which the fade level can actually be disabled. There's a button on it, you press that button and it disables the fade level, and it just takes the roof off if you're not careful. If you've got playing a record fairly high and you press that instead of the motor switch, because they're all the same, the switches, they look the same. I've done it before today. I pressed that button and it's took the fucking roof off almost, you know. But yeah, because it disables the fader. Well, I say fader, it's really it's a master volume. They call it fade, but they call it level, and the switch for it's called fade. But it's actually a master volume to all intents and purposes. Right, what have we got here? Good afternoon, J Fix 1. Good afternoon. Probably worth testing components before fitting. You can't trust some. Exactly. I've just been making that very point, my mate. Good afternoon to you. I think you're new, aren't you? If you're new, get subscribed, please. Yeah, you may as well subscribe as you're here and get me up to 4,000 subscribers. The Wailing Whalers. Hello, I've seen you on before. Do you have an SP? Do you have an SP 1588 speaker? Kef. No, I don't, unfortunately. If I had, you'd be welcome to it. But no, I don't have one, unfortunately. Probably your best bet is probably eBay, but you'll probably have to buy a set, or even look on Marketplace. I found some things on Marketplace that you wouldn't think you could get. You know, but that being said, is it the speaker you want or the actual full box? You know, if you want the full box, you'll probably have to buy a pair, but if you want one speaker, you might find an odd one somewhere. You know, if you just want the actual cone, you know, you'll probably find that the cone is used in other Kef models. I'll tell you all a little secret as well. I only found out the other day. Rogers speakers were actually made by Kef. Believe it or not. Rogers made the boxes, but they were made for the BBC. They were made as small studio monitors for their mobile broadcasting units, and they were actually made by Kef. The actual speaker cones, the actual units themselves, the actual speakers themselves were made by Kef, but the cabinets were made by Rogers, and but the actual speakers that were in the cabinets are actually Kef, and they go for good money as well. People know this, you see. Audio fools know it, but audio fools know everything apart from fuck all. You know, audio fools don't know where the bear shits in the fuckwheat, do they? Thick fuckers. They don't listen to the music that they're playing, they listen to the equipment that the music's playing on. Oh, I just heard a little crackle. Oh, I've got to go out and pay £500 now for a lead because that one's got a little bit of noise on it, you know. Who gives a fuck? Fuck me. You know, the leads that the manufacturer supplies with the piece of equipment that you buy is good enough, otherwise he wouldn't give it to you. So you actually want just the speaker, not the box? Like Rocking Horse shit. Yeah, I know. £300. You fuck me. Wow. I haven't got anything like that. I generally don't really get speakers because, you know, you end up with loads of pairs of them and you can't get rid of the fucking things. You know, I had a cupboard full of them and I ended up throwing them away. There was nothing expensive in there, by the way. They were all just run-of-the-mill speakers that you got when you bought a music centre or a record player or something. Just run-of-the-mill, nothing expensive. Anything expensive I would have kept. You know, yeah, I know some speakers can be expensive, and at the end of the day, guys, it's a fucking speaker. Why does it have to be 300 quid? You know, why? I don't understand that. You know, for a fucking speaker. I'd just buy two matching fucking speakers, but that's at the correct impedance and fit the bastards into the right size and fit the bastards into the cabinet. That's all I'd do with that. But good quality ones. No, I wouldn't just buy and get any old shitters. You know, I'd look for a good quality pair of speakers. You know, 2 good quality speakers, and I'd just swap the fuckers. I mean, who the fuck's gonna know? Especially if you put the fronts back on. Who's ever gonna know? I mean, you're gonna know yourself, but you know, we can all lie to ourselves, can't we, and keep it. You know, but no, I wouldn't pay £300 for a speaker because all that's coming out of it is what you put into it. NW Freeworth ham radio Elmer, I think that is. Just collect. You just collect ham amplifiers, right? I don't agree with ham. Well, I agree with ham amplifiers. I don't agree with CB radio. Them burners they put on CB radios. them fucking RF amplifiers. I don't agree with those. They cause all sorts of interference and all sorts of shite. I mean, stuff that's made for amateur radio operators. Because I'm a licensed operator myself, by the way, guys. I think most of you know that, but I am a licensed. I'm only an M6, but still, I'm still licensed. I could do the rest, I just don't want to. Because 2 metres is as fucking like a graveyard up here. There's fuck all on 2 metres. Occasionally, you hear somebody shouting on the calling channel, fucking 500. Was it 435 or something daft, or 415 500 or something? I can't fucking remember offhand. It's up here, but I can't compute. But yes, I am actually a licensed operator, and I do agree with proper ham equipment being used for the proper ham services, you know, for the purpose. But I don't agree with people using HF radios and then just go and sit on 19. What's the point of that? You know, why do you want to pay thousands of pounds for a radio and then just go and sit and then get it fucking snipped or opened up? Widebanded, as some people call it. You know, why do they want to fucking do that? Or broadbanded, even, I've heard it called. You know, why do people want to pay that kind of money for a radio, do that to it, and then just fucking sit there on 19? You know, on the 11 meter, on 19 on the 11 meter band. Why do people want to do that? My Yaesu's opened up, but it was opened up before I bought it, and otherwise I would have never had it opened up. But it was opened up when I bought it, and I got it at a good price, and it's a good radio, and I do like it. But I use it for its intended purpose. You know, if I want to use a CB, I've got a couple of CBs. I've got a Lincoln. Well, a Lincoln is technically a ham radio, isn't it? That's what they call it anyway. But I've got a Lincoln. I've got a Lincoln. I've got a UK approved Jackson 2. I've got a Harrier CB. I've got a few CBs if I want to use a CB. I've got the homemade home base, which I need to do a repair on that soon. It's got a bad capacitor in the audio output. The audio output's very quiet. I think there's a capacitor gone in it, but it's digging it out where it is, it's buried. Americans do Channel 6 and Channel 2. Right. Oh, are you an American? Are you one of my American friends? Lovely. Yeah. Yeah. You one of my American viewers. I think you're new though, aren't you? Either that or you've changed your name, because I don't recollect seeing you before, but you're more than welcome. And remember to subscribe and like the video. Yeah, but fancy unblocking me 007 theme, eh? James Bond. My name is Bond. Hey, I was in a hotel once, you know, and I think the girl in the next room was shagging James Bond. All I could hear through the wall was, "Oh, Roger Moore." Oh, fuck it, I thought it was funny. Anyway, getting back to it, guys. Yeah, we were going to look at something today, weren't we? I said last night we were going to look at something, but I can't find anything to fucking look at. I've got stuff, I just I can't get to stuff I've got. I've got a record player down there, which is buried. It's got 2 tape decks and a load of stuff on top of it. I can't get that out. I've got what's that under there? So I think that's a karaoke player. Yeah, it is. That's the Arbiter karaoke player. That works. I've got a Technics tuner amp there, modern one. That works. Yeah, you know. So we'll have to think of something for tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow day, because I don't come on live that much on here anymore. But yeah, you know, and this chair's a bit creaky, guys. But yeah, so we've got the, as far as I'm concerned, guys, the Linear Super Disco is fixed. If I could ever, you know, if anybody watching's got a service manual on one of these, it's not widely available because it's classed as being rare. And I would imagine that is rare because there's not a lot. You know, it was made in two variants. The original Super Disco was made in two variants. It was made as the linear Super Disco, which is the one I've got, and it was also made as the FAL Super Disco. Now the FAL Super Disco, not all of them, but a lot of the FAL Super Disco versions, they're a bit cheaper and they've got BSR MP60 McDonald's in them. I think the later ones, they put Garrard SP25 Mark 5s in them like that, like the linear, because there came a point where BSR stopped making the MP60 McDonald. So obviously, once they stopped making that particular machine, that mechanism, the manufacturers of these units couldn't get them. So you know, they started putting alternatives. There was a BSR alternative, and I call it the poor man's SP25. It looks like an SP25, but it's nowhere near the kind of quality that you expect from an SP25. I mean, SP25s, you know, they were legendary decks. They were very good decks, and people call them rumble machines. They're fucking not if they're done properly. If they're serviced properly, they're quite adequate for what they were made for and do the job pretty well. Let's see who's come in. Hello, Julie love. We talked about radio. We talked about Radio Caroline. I think you mean Carnelia, pirate ship. I think you mean Caroline. I'm not sure though. And other pirates before. All right, you've been before. You've been in before. Hello, Julie, honey. Hello, Andy, and all. Your homemade one is impressive. Yeah, my homemade CB. It is. It turned out pretty well, that, didn't it? I mean, I will admit, guys, I should have got somebody with a decent eye to drill the holes for the knobs, because my knobs are a bit wonky. But that being said, you know, it adds a personal touch to it, doesn't it? You know, it looks like it's just been made, which it basically has. You know, it looks like somebody's made it in the workshop, and that's basically. And I didn't use any CNC machinery or anything. I did it all by hand and by eye. So I think I did a pretty good job on that. And I do like the round meters. I'll get it out one night and we'll do that. We'll repair that in the shack. It might be a bit too big for the shack now. We might do that in here. Because it doesn't need to go on the test set and be checked. It's already been done. It's already been tuned up and it works really well. It just needs a recap on the audio. So we might do that in here. We might have a shack version, a shack video, but do it from here, because this bench has got plenty of room on it for me to take that apart and spread it out. The bench in the bench in the shack, which is officially the dining room, the bench in there is not really that big. It was never intended for that purpose. The original purpose of bench 2 was to have 2 benches, so I could do radios on one and everything else on the other, but that never came to fruition. I did have an aerial. I have got a CB aerial coming into here, but it's shit. So I've got another silver rod, and I'm gonna have my aerial man before the end of the summer. I'm gonna have my aerial man put the silver rod up for me and take that fucking stereo fucking signal keeper down. What a crack load of crap that is. But you can't even get up the world. You can't even get up the road on the fucking thing, let alone any distance. So I might have him put that silver rod back up for me, that I've got the spare one. I mean, I did, to be honest with you, right, talking about the homemade home base, I did put a bit of effort into it. All I've got to do now is sit there one night and label up all the switches and knobs, but I've got some see-through tape, some transparent tape in white, because I think white on black would look good. What I'm thinking of doing is putting some of that stuff on and just label the switch, just label the controls What would be nice if I could get some water slides, which you know, some water slide decals. That would be nice. Because then I could. Then what I would do then, if I could get some water slides that said volume, squelch, and all the rest of the sort of things that you get on a CB channel and PA. Well, there's no PA on it. Well, there actually is PA, but the PA will never be used. I think it's still wired up. I can't remember. Or did I knock the back off the switch so it doesn't fucking click? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it still goes into PA. The channel dimmer doesn't work because when I was assembling it I made a bit of an error and burnt out the regulator that deals with the channel dimmer, so that doesn't work, but I don't care. I actually used a donor. The donor I used was a Fidelity 2000, which has got the 134 Cybernet board in it. So I went for that. I was going to use a Rotel 240, but I didn't want to ruin a nice good Rotel 240 by using it. But the Fidelity I used was very scratched and very marked, and the plastic chrome had gone all pitted and it looked like shit. So that was the perfect candidate. But I tuned it up and it was really responsive. Had a really good strong chassis, you know, a really good receiver and a really good transmit. So that was what we did. That was what I did, should I say. Why do I say we? But basically, guys, yeah, check your components before you fit them. I've learned that lesson now. I should have learned it years ago. I should have just checked them. For the couple of seconds it takes, you know, to check a component. And, you know, I couldn't understand why I was getting a fucking hum on the fucking... That had me baffled for a bit. Why I was getting a hum on the headphone amp. It's not now, it's really clear now. I even took all the transistors out because I thought a transistor had failed. Well, you would do, wouldn't you? You know, I thought it was a transistor that was playing up. So I took all the transistors out and tested them all. And they all tested good. So I thought, right, we'll start looking at things that I've done. You know, looking at the capacitors I've put in. So I just happened to clip this for the first one I clipped. It was that one there, and I thought I'll start with that one. That was the first one I changed, so I thought we'll start with that. So I just clipped one side of it and the whole thing turned round. The whole body of the component turned round. I thought, right, there's your problem. So we put a new one in and the headphone amp now works perfect. And I'll give you a quick listen, guys. The Super Disco now works well. What we'll do, we'll put something on it where they won't fucking pull me up. The Philly Shave Twist. So let me just swap cameras because we need the other camera. Go to camera 4. It should be pointing in the right direction somewhere. Well, it must have moved her down a bit because I can't see. Let's lift this up a bit. It might even be. There we go. There you go. The linear disco, linear super disco, or some people call it the linear 70 super disco. But this is not a 70. This is, although it has got a 70 watt amplifier, it's not a 70 because it doesn't say it anywhere. It's just a super disco. Right, this might come on, fade out and fade back up again. I think it's always done that, to be honest. It'll fade down, sound like it's dying, and then it'll come back to life. There, it's done that. And then in a couple of seconds it'll come back up again. It might have a dodgy transistor somewhere, but to be perfectly honest, I can't be bothered. Come on, you cunt. doesn't sound good, does it? There, it's coming up now. It'll go dead clear in a second.
Twist here, twist there, twist just like it's floating heads.
Might have another Duff capacitor, I'll have to check them all. There you go.
Twist round and round and round like the Philly shave. With that rotary action like the Philly shave. Twist up and down and tilt like it's floating heads. Twist here, twist there, twist just like it's floating heads. Floating, floating heads caress your face. Southern whiskers go without a trace. But his personal touch is so unique. It's made for every face by a new technique. Let's twist! Stubborn whiskers go without a trace. Now this personal touch is so unique. And it's made for every face by a new technique. Well, now it's made the major shaving with the Philly shave. Your top is stubble, don't worry, Philly shave. Here's the modern twisting shave that a razor never gave. Shave smooth eye, quick eye, close eye. Go with a Phillips. Go with a Phillips. I said a Phillips. Philly shave.
There we go, guys. Now it's on. It'll work perfectly, no problem all day. And if I turn that down, you can't hear the noise now. I mean that noise. I did find one open capacitor when I checked them before I changed any. I tested it and I did find one open. It was a 470 mic at 25 volts. I mean that's a bit noisy. The mic EQ always has been though. That's always been like that for as far as I remember. But that'll work perfectly now. There's a bit of a hum there. It's coming from the motor wires because I haven't quite got them routed. Because I moved the switches. See what I mean? But yeah, let's turn that back down. But you're never going to have it that high up anyway. And over a record you won't hear it. Should we find something else we can put on? Not James Bond. I can't believe they barred me, James Bond. Yeah, let's put this on. I'm going to play this because this is a lovely song. We'll see if the automatic mechanism wants to behave, shall we? Without turn the motor on. See if the automatic mechanism wants to behave. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There, it does today. There you go. Oh, hang on.
Though we gotta say goodbye for the summer, darling, I promise you this, I'll send you all my love every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer, but I'll fill the emptiness. I'll send you all my dreams in the sunlight. I'll hear your voice everywhere. I'll run to tenderly hold you, but darling, you won't be there. I don't wanna say goodbye for the summer, knowing the love we'll miss. Oh, let us make a pledge to meet in September and seal it with a kiss. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer, but I'll fill the emptiness. I'll send you all my love every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss, sealed with a kiss, sealed with a kiss.
And there we go, guys. So I mean, it'll play all day now it's on. So, you know, to be honest with you, to see, you know, that is not the amplifier, the main amplifier, that's the mixer. There you go, bump now, it goes off. But that's the amplifier gone off, but the mixer's still got a bit of life left in it. Takes ages for it to dissipate. But I think it could be I don't think it's a dry joint. Let's come back to you guys. Just thought I'd play a couple of chords for you there. So zoom out a bit, you don't want to look at my fat face here. Women love to see my fat face. They clap their hands and stamp their feet all over the fat fucker. Anyway. So yeah, I don't think it's a dry joint. Because I've had all the boards out, I've been over them. I did find one dry joint, it was a ground, and that wasn't the problem. Hello Jason, got to go, I'm out of milk, need a coffee. I'm going to the shop to get some, see you all later. Oh, how did you get on with that before you go, Jason? How did you get on with that drone? Have you tried it yet? I know it does work. The Wailing Wailers sounds mint. It does, it sounds good. Once it's on, it sounds good. I mean, to be honest with you guys, right, because I'm never going to use it. It's never going to do a disco ever again. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to mess with it. Because, yeah, it might have another bad cap in it. It might be another bad cap that I've put in out of the stock. Because I changed all the electrolytics. And I changed the electrolytics in the main amplifier, but I've tested the main amplifier. I've actually fed a signal into the main amplifier, and the main amplifier is working fine. It's not that. And when you disconnect the mixer from the main amplifier, you don't even know the main amplifier's on. There's no noise at all from it. It's lovely and quiet. You know, I might not even do them two reservoir caps out and the main caps out in there. I might not even do those, because why waste money buying capacitors that it doesn't actually need? I might buy them and have them in stock. One day I might do it, but probably not. Unless it fails, I won't do it. But I've put everything in as it should be. But yeah, it could be another duffer I've put in that's taking its time to charge up. It's definitely not a dry joint because I've been all over it and I've checked. I did, as I say, I found one dry joint and that was on the ground, and I've done that. I've checked the capacitors. I've checked everything pretty much. The only thing I think it could even be, it could actually be, it could still be. I'm still leaning on the idea it might be a transistor that's breaking down a little bit, because when you turn it on, it comes on. It fires up, it comes on, but then it fades out and then fades back up again. So, you know, yeah, it's definitely not a dry joint. I would have found it if If it was a dry joint, I would have had that. But I've just knocked my fucking chat off. What an idiot. There we go. Live chat. Yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, guys, it is, hang on, I need to get better, I'm not quite comfortable in my seat. There we go. You know, at the end of the day, guys, it was made about 1975, it's an old unit. It's still good, I mean, it's still perfectly usable. I mean, if I was to take that and do a disco with it, I wouldn't have any problems doing a disco with it, because I know it'd still be reliable once it's on, because what I'd do, I'd just plug it in, switch it on, plug the speakers in, switch it on, and I'd just let it run while I set my lights and mic and everything up, while I got everything out that I needed. I'd just let it run for a couple of seconds. You know, it's only a couple of seconds, and it's you know, I just think, you know, it could be a bad cap, because it could be a cap that's taking its time to charge up, you know, because that's what I think it could be, and I think that's what Malcolm said it could be a cap. Yeah, I think it could be. Hello, David. I'm alright, thanks, mate. Hope you're good as well. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, yeah, it could be a bad. Sounds like a bad cat. It could be a cat that's taking its time to charge up. You know, but I've replaced the smoothers. I've replaced the smoother in the power supply, the main smoother reservoir. I've replaced that. I've replaced the. I've replaced the one next to it, which feeds the preamp boards. It feeds the preamp board, and I think it feeds the headphone amp. But the tone control, I think, is fed from the reservoir. It's fed from the main cap. I think that's how it works. I can't find a service manual on it, because apparently there isn't one. I mean, there would have been some made years ago, some printed out, but there's nothing online about it. No schematics, nothing online for these Super Discos. I've even tried searching for FAL Super Disco, because it's the same unit. You know, that used to have silver knobs on it, well, black knobs with silver tops, but I didn't like them, so I took them off and put them ones on. I didn't like it. They looked boring. At least they had a bit of colour to it. I might change the other two at the end, the monitor ones, and put. I've got 2 black, a blue, 2 red, and I've got 5 green. So I might change a couple of the green ones. You can actually buy the tops, you know. The tops actually clip off. You can actually buy the different colours and clip new tops on. You know, you can get them. You can actually get the tops and just buy the tops. So I might get a couple of funky colours and change them. But you know, that's, you know, if I was asked to go and do a retro night and I really wanted to do it, that probably wouldn't be my weapon of choice anyway. My weapon of choice would be the TK Disco sound. That would be my weapon of choice, because that is a fabulous piece of kit. And TK Disco sounds, they were the workhorse of the disco industry. You know, where they were the dance set of the disco world, the TKs were the Rolls Royce of the disco world. TKs were even better than Cytronics, and or some people call them Citronics. It's actually Cytronic according to the man from Cytronic. But the TKs were better than everything, I think. The sound out ones, they were shit. Sound out consoles, they were terrible. The reason why was what they did. They mounted the heat sinks. They mounted the heat sinks for the outputs on the ends of the unit. I had one, and what they did then, they painted them. I think later ones were anodised, but the early ones, they painted them. And of course the heatsink used to get hot and the heat couldn't go anywhere. All it did was heat the paint up. It couldn't go anywhere, so it used to blow the outputs. The amplifiers used to die on them. McGregor's, they're good units. They got good amps in them. But that being said, any unit is okay. There's no such thing as a bad one. Well, there probably is actually. NJDs, I've had an NJD. I had an NJD DM808. I also had an NJD Spitfire, which I scrapped because somebody had ripped the arms off it. I only wanted the amplifier module. The amplifier worked, but there was also issues. There was a couple of burnt up transistors on the mixer in the mic socket, in the mic input. I think somebody had fucking done something with the mic. I think the transistor had gone short in the mic input, in the mic preamp, and blown, you know. But I had blown something up, but I never bothered. I just scrapped it. The decks were missing the arms. They were just cheap BSR decks. A bit like that one I serviced, I rebuilt for Richard and sprayed a couple of weeks ago, last week. That one I repainted and put back together. There were them kind of decks that were in it. What I did when I bought my NJD DM808, it had BSRs in it, the same type that had in the TK Disco Sound. And what I did, I couldn't, don't ask me why, there were two 40 volt motors, but I couldn't get them to play at the right fucking speed. I put new belts on them and everything. I serviced the motors and I could not get them to play at the right speed. It just seemed a bit slow. You know, like they might have had the wrong pulleys on them or something fucking daft. It just didn't seem right. So basically what I did, I took it to my mate Tommy that used to own that. He was good with his hands, Tommy. He was very good. He was very good with wood. And luckily enough, he had a board that it was just the right size and thickness. It was just the right. It was like it was made for it, and it just fitted nicely into this NJD DM808s onto it. It had like a glass. It had like a glass surround. Well, I'll say glass. It was Perspex. A Perspex surround going round it. You know, and so if anybody leaned over to talk to you, they didn't actually accidentally catch your record. And it come in handy for standing your record sleeves up against as well. If somebody asked you for a request, you could just pull it out and stick it at the back there and then play it. Anyway, what we did, we took the BSRs out and I gave them to Tommy. I don't know where they are now. But I gave them to Tommy because he'd already bought the TK Disco Sound. And they were saying decks, so I said, you may as well have those as spares, you know, in case you need any bits off them. So I gave him those, and he got this piece of wood out. It was like it was just made for it. Didn't even have to trim it, if I remember rightly. Anyway, what he did, he got his jigsaw. We took the decks out, took all the wiring out of the way, put a cloth over a towel over the mixer to stop sawdust getting into the controls, into the sliders and stuff. So, and then what he did then, he got his jigsaw, and he cut out the whole middle of it. He cut out the whole middle of it and just cut it enough so there was enough room to screw the new motor board in. And also what he did then, he cut the motor board out and drilled the holes for the transit screws and the springs and stuff. And he cut it for two SP25s, and we put two SP25s in it. And he says to me, he says, I'll just mount the decks for you. He said, screw it down. He says, you can wire it back up when you get home. I said, that's not a problem. So anyway, and I put them in it. I put two SP25 Mark 6s in it. And boy, what a difference. I put that in, and I put two Stanton cartridges in. Boy, what a difference. You know, because I love Garrard decks. You can't beat Garrard decks. I mean, you know, they were just made for the purpose. I mean, people call them rumble machines and all sorts of fucking daft names, but they're not really. If you service them and you keep them right, they're not that bad. Not as bad as people say they are. Even some BSRs are not that bad. It depends on how well you look after them, how well you service them, how competent you are of servicing them. You know, there's actually a little rubber O-ring on these. There's a little rubber O-ring, and not even BSRs have it. And it's what it is. It's a little rubber O-ring, and it sits underneath the thrust bearings. It sits underneath the bottom washer of the thrust bearings, and what that does, that dampens out the rumble, or that's what it's supposed to do. And what happens is, over years, that O-ring goes hard, because O-rings they go brittle. And what you do, you put a new O-ring in, and it shuts the rumble up. You know, they're nowhere near as bad as people say they are. It's just that people have heard bad ones that haven't been done. Hi Andy, how are you today? Oh, I'm alright. Oh, I've read that, haven't I? I'm alright, David. Jason's gone off to get his coffee, his milk. Sounds like my jukebox when Val's warming up, yeah. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna bother with it, Malcolm. I'm not gonna bother with it, guys, because as I say, you know, I don't mind waiting 10 seconds. You know, before I put a record. I don't mind waiting a couple of seconds to put a record on. Because once it's on all. It'll go all day with no problem. So I can live with that. You know, but if I ever decide I want to sell it, then I will go in and look for the problem. I will go in and look for it. But, you know, up until, you know, as of this moment, I'm not going to bother looking. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't want to. You know, I just don't want to look for it. I want to just use it. But I would like, I do actually want to change it actually. I want to get my TK disco sound out. But I need to get the H&H speakers out as well. They're 15 inch. They're 15 inch speakers. I want to get that out and set that up in here. That's a beast. I did a service video on that when I first got it. What happened was I bought that, the TK Disco sound, a modern CD system. I've got the speakers there, which are actually the speakers that are matched up for this linear, because you can't put anything on that. You know, you put the wrong load on that. If it doesn't see an 8 ohm load, it'll start warming up, and start to cook the amplifier. The output transistors will get red hot before it even plays one record. But, you know, and it does say on the back, you know, not minimum, not maximum, it says 8 ohms, 8 ohm load. So what you do, you plug, if you're going to use one speaker, you plug an 8 ohm speaker in. If you're going to use 2 speakers, then you plug 2 speakers, you plug 2 16s in, which connects them up in parallel. It parallels them and it halves the resistance, so you get 8 ohms. I've got 2 speakers. Them speakers I've got there, they're 16 ohm speakers, and they're not the ones that were supplied, but they're what you would have got when it was new. If you bought it, you could buy them with or without speakers. They were available without. But I actually say that I actually reckon that if you bought the unit, then really you should have bought the speakers as well. Tommy used to use a pair of Squire speakers, and I can't remember what impedance they were, but you know, you just can't chuck any speakers on. I mean, whereas, you know, on something like that, but the TK Disco sound, that says minimum of 4 ohms. Because it says minimum, which means you can put pretty much what you want on, as long as it's a minimum load of 4 ohms. That's what it wants. That's what the amplifier wants to see. And there's a big stereo amplifier in that. It's actually 2 separate amplifier chassis, if I remember rightly. And you can actually plug 4 speakers in, because what it'll do, it'll parallel left and parallel right. So you can actually plug 4 speakers into that. So I could take these two. I could take the 2 H&H that I've got in there, and I could take another 2 speakers. As long as the impedance matches, you can't take a 4 ohm speaker and an 8 ohm speaker, you've got to put equal impedance. It has to be, if you're going to use 8 ohms, it would have to be 2 8 ohm speakers per channel. That's how you would do it. But I would never use 4 speakers. I would never see the need. 2 speakers is loud enough. I mean, that thing's about 300 watts. I mean, it's about 300 watts, about 150 watts per channel. I mean, it would make mincemeat out of them little speakers there. They're faint then, but I think the cabinets are actually linear or foul because they look like it. But they, you know, that thing in there, that fucking beast in there, that would make mincemeat out of them. Would make mincemeat out of them. But it's fucking lovely and clear. It's a lovely unit. It's lovely and clear, and it's got a really nice sound. I resprayed the decks because Tommy had a mouse problem, and mice had pissed on the decks and lifted the paint, corroded them. So rather than source 2 decks, I just decided to do what Andy decided to do what Andy does best. One of the things that Andy does well was strip them down and paint them. So that's what I did. And the arms were a bit stiff, but they were a bit stiff when Tommy first bought that, because, you know, people like me and Tommy, you know, we couldn't afford to buy stuff brand new. We had to buy stuff second hand, and, you know, the bearings on them BSRs that are in that TK, they've always been a bit tight. I might replace them BSRs with Garrards at some point. I might have a new motor board made, and see if we can get the Mildred to chop me up a new motor board and cut it for Garrard SP25s. Put 2 SP25s in it. Might do that at some point. But you know, or the equivalent to SP20. The equivalent to SP25s, because they did a few models that weren't SP25s, but technically they look like it. The same thing. I've got a few alternatives knocking about, but for the moment we'll leave that as it is. You know, what jukebox have you got, Malcolm? That's interesting. What jukebox have you got? I've had a few jukeboxes. I started off with a Roami Monte Carlo TI1. TI stood for Triangle Industries because it was owned by Triangle Industries back then. Don't know who owns it now. But it was taken over by Triangle Industries. That's why that's what TI1 stood for. The TI stood for. I had one of them with a valve amp in it. They were optional. You could actually have it with a solid state amp, or you could have it with a valve amp. Because I think Roami wanted to get rid of the valve amps that they had. So that was the very first machine I ever bought, and that had a valve amp in it. It was a 25 watts. So I think it was 25 watts per channel valve amp in it. Lovely sound. But it only had a solid state preamp. Then I had a Century 21, which was made by NSM. That was obviously all solid state, fully electronic. In fact, that was the first electronic box ever made. The Century 21. There was Streets Away. It came out in 1977. What they call the E technology, E standing for electronic, and they were the first in the industry to do it. Then I also had a DDA, which stood for Digital Disc Automation. DDA's shit. I had a DDA that was a CD box. Oh, what a noisy bastard. I had to hide it. It was a hideaway, known as a hideaway. I had to hide the fucking thing in the fucking bedroom so you couldn't hear the cunting thing running. I had to stash it in the fucking bedroom under, well, my workbench was in there then, because this was Laura's bedroom. So my workbench was in there then. So I just stashed it under my fucking workbench and drilled a hole through the wall to feed the wire through for the wall box. I think when people have looked after things well, then buying it second hand can be definitely as good, just as good sometimes. Yeah, it can be. CD2 CMM4. What is that, a CD jukebox? What, with valves in it? Right. Anyway, then I had I got rid of the DDA. I sold that for 150 quid for the same amount I bought it for. Just wanted my money back. It was a right horrible thing. It sounded alright, but it was a horrible thing. It was just noisy. I didn't even use its own amplifier because the amplifier wasn't much to write home about. So I ran it into my Yamaha in the front room that I used to have in the front room. I just plugged it into one of the auxiliaries on the back of that. Just ran the wire through the wall, along with the wire for the umbilical cord for the wall box. And the wall box on the wall used to just fucking, you know, but I got bored of that. It was shit, really. It worked alright, but it was crap. It was noisy, very noisy, all plastic. It was all Philips, to be honest. It was all Philips inside. I think the boards were even made by Philips. The mechanism certainly was. It was terrible things. And then I got I then purchased a Roami Diplomat, and I recapped the amp on that, and that sounded absolutely mega. That sounded brilliant. That was a vinyl box, obviously, from 1965. It was the same age as me. And I did a deal with that, with a Mildred. I swapped him it for a Rockola. I can't remember what the model of the Rockola was, a 440 or fucking something daft. 70s box. And I sold that box for 300 quid to my friend in Newcastle, YI Man. I flogged him it for 300 quid. It was worth a bit more, but I just wanted rid. But that didn't work properly. If you press the test button, it would go. It would run around, pick a record, pick it up, put it on the turntable. It would play it. But if you tried to make a selection, it wouldn't let you do it. There was a problem in the controller. There was a problem with the controller. It wouldn't let you. I did get a load of spare parts with it as well. A couple of amplifiers and all sorts of bits, but nothing fixed it. So, in fact, that didn't even leave the Mildreds. It didn't even come to it. It never even came here. Because my mate Derek, YI Man as I call him, he picked it up from the Mildreds. And we drove round here, and then he came in here and he paid me for it. And then said goodbye and drove off. You know. Or was it record? It would CD. It sounded like it was record. CD. Yeah, record. Yeah, it would be records, wouldn't it? I don't think they ever put valve amps in Jupiter's CDs, did they? It never happened. And the one I've got now, as you know, I've had a couple of project boxes. I've got rid of them, but I've got rid of them though. I've got rid of them. I had that NSM Serenade, and I was never going to get to it, and I needed the space, so that went. I got rid of that. I had a Roami in the bedroom. I forget which one it was. If it was a TI, I can't remember what it was. A Summit one, I can't remember. A TI one, can't remember what it was. But I never got that. So I bought that on sale or return off the Mildred, and I decided to let him have it back and get me money back. I didn't pay a lot for it. So I think it was about 50 quid or something daft. I've got a digital jukebox in the bedroom, which does work. It needs a new touchscreen. The touchscreen is a bit intermittent. Well, it's not intermittent. When you put you can't calibrate it because there's a fault. When you put your finger on it, it doesn't actually go where your finger's either above or below, so on one side of the screen. So there's a fault. So what I need to do with that is put a new screen in it at some point. I might hang that on the wall in the bedroom, or I might hang it on the wall in the front room. I don't know. I'll fucking hang it somewhere. I might even put it in here. But yeah, that has to be used with a separate amplifier as well. But I might build an amp into that. I might build an amp, I might build a stereo amp. If there's enough room to get a D-class amp in that, and a pair of I normally use car speakers because they're generally pretty decent. They come with pretty nice surrounds usually. and I've got a nice big hole cutter for cutting a circle the size that I need, so I might do that with that, but see if I can sell it, get rid of it, but we'll see. Hello Heather. Hi Andy, old Paul as well. Yeah. I take it your Danset Auto Mix is still alive. Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. Mind you, if it wasn't, it'd come back to be done again, wouldn't it? It should last forever. That. Certainly, it should certainly outlast me. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, you know, and the one I've got now is the one I've got now is a Roami. I think it's an R80. I'm sure it's an R80. I can't remember, but it has got a name as well. What's it called? I can't fucking remember what it's called. Begins with an F, and it ain't Fanny. I don't know what. I can't remember what the fucking what the model name they gave it is. But I've got that in the dining room and well, in the shack, and I've not used it for ages, so that might be up for sale. I might think about parting company with that because I've not used it for a long time, so I think we might say goodbye to that at some point. And you know, because you know, at the end of the day, it is but having issues. In what way? So it's having problems. Well, if you tell me what the problem is, I might be able to tell me what it's doing or not doing. I might be able to help you out. Been a while since I did that though, isn't it? When was it? About fucking 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Hello, Sam. I'm still in hospital. Hopefully you can come out one day next week. I'm still watching you on the ward. Oh, nice one, Sam. I hope the lovely Angela's okay as well. I hope she's alright. I hope you're both good. Get well soon, my mate. Yeah, so what's actually the issue that it's got, Ev? I mean, it can't be much. I practically rebuilt the amplifier, didn't I? So all it can be really, if it's electronic, it can only be resistors. I can't see it being much else because the only thing I didn't change in that was resistors. I think I even changed the valve, didn't I? Did quite a lot on that because I think the valve was dead. I put another valve in it. But yeah, you know, well, if you need it sorted, just pop back. I know it's a bit of a drive, but you know, just pop back and I'll do it. Of course I will. It's humming. Right, I might have one of the capacitors might have gone dodgy. Well, next time you've got some time, Heather, if you drive down with it, I'll just do it while you wait. Say if you haven't to come back, I'll just do it. I'll just put it on the bench and get it done. It won't be that much. That's probably one of the capacitors. It could be. Might be the cathode. It could be the cathode bypass capacitor. But yeah, we can sort that out. Yeah, next time you're in the area, pop it in. I'll do it while you wait. I know it's a bit of a drive from where you're from, but you know, yeah, we'll certainly do it for you. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Sometimes the sound goes low and the humming starts. Right. So does it not hum when the sound's loud? No. Or does it? So basically the sound goes low and then it starts to hum. That could be a resistor. Yeah. It could even be. That even could even be the valve. You know. That could be the valve that does that. If it only does it sometimes, that could be the valve. That could be the valve. It's, yeah. Right. That could be the valve. That ever. You know, that could be the valve. If you I think it's an EL41 in them, isn't it? I'm sure it's an EL41 in them. If you send me your address, I'll see if I'll have a look in my stock. If I've got a spare, if I've got an EL41, I'll send it out to you, and you can just pull the valve out and try that. You know, that'll save you bringing it here. You know, because there's no need if you don't have to. I'll just send you a valve out. Right, so it's all, so the humming starts. Yeah, it could be that. Could be the valve. It could be the valve. You've got to remember these valves are all 40 odd years. Well, some of them are some of them are actually getting on for 70 years old. Some of these valves. The Auto Mix was actually that was actually a well, I think it was a mid-50s player, mid to just approaching late 50s, about 56, 57. They came out, I think, because they're actually on an aluminium chassis. They're not on a printed board. They were still, Dansette was still putting hand wired chassis in them. So yeah, it could be the valve. If you email me your address, Heather, I'll send you a valve. I'll have a look in my stock, see if I've got a valve. I should have. If I've got an EL41, I'll send it out for you, and you can try that. So try that first. You know, I don't want out for it. I'll just send it out and pop that in and see how you do. I mean, it's easy to change a valve. You just pull it out and pop the new one in. I mean, I know you recovered that, and you did a beautiful job of it as well. I remember doing that. It was a lovely record player. It looked like new. But yeah, I'll certainly do that. I'll get you the valve in the post. I'll have a look for one. There's got to be one in here somewhere. Right, sometimes I put it on either start straight away or halfway through an album. Right. Have you checked the wires in the cartridge? Yeah, make sure that the cartridge isn't the problem. You know, make sure that the wires in the arm are nice and tight. They haven't come loose and not jiggling about or anything. You know, that could be so. You've probably already thought of checking that. But yeah, if you give me your address, I'll send you a valve and we'll try a valve first. I should have an EL84, not sorry, an EL80, you know, an EL41 somewhere. Where's that box of fucking valves I had knocking about? Just trying to think where I put it. I had a tub. It was yay. I don't know where I put that. But that's, oh, here it is. It's full of valves. Let's see if there's one in there. But I have got boxes of valves knocking about all over the place. You'd be surprised what's in here. There's an EZ40. Let's empty these out, see what we've got. There, look at that one. What number's on that? Got all the writing on it, distributed by Bremer, but no number. Oh, there it is, 6L6. I don't know whether that's any good. It needs checking. If I've saved it, it must have some redeeming features. What have we got here? EL41. How about that? Let's see if we can find a cleaner one. EZ40. That's rectifier. See if we can find a cleaner one. One that doesn't look like EL41. Got a choice of two there, and they'll be good because I wouldn't have saved them if they weren't. So they'll be alright then. They'll be good valves. So yeah. Shouldn't just chuck them in a pot like that, should I? But, you know, nowhere else to put them really. Just drop them in there carefully. If you're careful, you get away with it. Right, so there we go. You see, I'll send you, which is the best one out of the two. I think they're both about the same. But these are good because I wouldn't have saved them otherwise. I'll send you that one because that looks the cleanest out of the two. Doesn't look like it's seen a lot of abuse. But yeah, EL41. There you go. Send me your address, I'll get it out to you then. No worries, love. No worries. And they're what do you call it? I think they might be dead. They need to go in the cartridge box. Because their cartridges there, what do you call it then? They're Russian cartridges, Rigonda. They're Rigonda cartridges, then. Put that back there. There we go, you see. We've got an EL41. I thought we had some. I thought I had some knocking about. Well, you have to send the record player to me. Well, that's okay. Well, if you want to send the record player to me, I don't mind. But we've got an EL41 in here. Put that there. We've got one anyway, so you know it can't be that much. It's got to be something simple. It's something intermittent. It could even be a bloody dry joint, a loose connection. But you know, yeah. Well, once it gets here, we'll get it on the bench and we'll switch it on first, and we'll get an idea what's going on, and then we'll pull the amp out and do the checks and do the repair. It could be a capacitor, but I don't think it is, because mind you, that being said, you know, my disco console's got a fucking capacitor problem, I think, so, and that does the same, that, you know, that acts up, you know, but that being said, that's pretty constant now. That just look at fucking. I've got to set the white balance. Let me have a look at this camera, guys. I've got to set the fucking white balance on this camera. I've got to set the fucking white balance. Not the white balance, the exposure. I've got to sort that out. There's another one of them Russian cartridges. Wow, if you've got, I might test them. We'll just sort this out. Right, it's just, I'm going to have to turn towards me while I do it. Right, let me have a look. Because that's doing my head in, that. Makes me look like Willie Thorne. Right, so let's go into the menu. Focus. No. Tools, record mode, flash mode. Nope. Nope. White balance. It's on auto white balance. Exposure. It's on automatic exposure. Let's put it on manual. That's going a lot more. Let's see how that looks. I don't want it too dark, but I don't want it too fucking bright either. It's just over colouring. There. Yeah, what would you think about that, folks? What do you reckon? How's that? Looks a bit better, doesn't it? Let me just get on my seat problem. There's only problem with this seat. You're either on it or you're fucking not, and if you're not quite on, you're not comfortable. And given I spend a lot of time in here, this should be the most comfortable seat in the world, but it ain't. Yeah, so that's, yeah, because what happens, guys, I've got a big fluorescent tube above me here, and, you know, that's not bad now, is it? That's alright, that. We're pretty okay with that. Yeah, but I'll certainly do your record player for you, Heather. Of course I will, love. Hello, Harvey, you bastard. Yeah, no worries, Heather. Send it to me. I'll do it for you, honey. We'll get that done for you. Anyway. How's the lovely Linda, Harvey? Yeah, your radio should get to you one day this week. It's, you know, well, it's out of my hands now, isn't it? It's in the lovely care of Every, yeah, which used to be Hermes. Yeah. Yeah, Paul the courier came and picked it up the other day. He's all right, Paul. I like him. Nice fella. Yeah, still a bit of a glare there, but if I go too low, it's just gonna look. The picture will go too dark. So yeah, I think that's about acceptable, isn't it? Hey, up here's fucking Steve. I'm gonna have to move some shit. Hey, Steve. Yeah, not bad, mate. I'm gonna have to move some shit, otherwise you're not gonna be able to sit down. Hey?
That's nothing new.
Alright. How did you go on at hospital?
I'm okay.
Oh, good. You're going to have to wait a minute.
No worries. No worries.
Oh. There we go.
It's a record deck in the bin.
No, it's just there resting.
Okay.
There's nowhere else to fucking put it. No, you go back out a minute. I've got to get your chair out.
Okay.
Go on, back up. Put yourself in. Go on, put yourself in reverse. Yeah. Hey, you're a bit earlier today.
Oh no, yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Well, it's no good coming at 4 o'clock.
No,
That's if it isn't 4 o'clock already. No good coming too late because because I'm gonna start my fucking tea, aren't I?
Yeah.
So, and I haven't got the time to sit and fucking yap. There, come in.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Oh. So.
Oh, so how are things in the?
Yeah, everything's okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is that on or off that?
You know, we are live.
No way.
Yeah, we are live. Yeah, Steve was in hospital the other day. He
Mm.
was having an operation on his wallet.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I wish it was. Right.
So, tell me what's going on then. What are you up to?
Not a lot.
Ah,
Trying to get 2 things to work that aren't working at the moment.
right. Well, it's not like you to be trying. You normally succeed.
Well, I'm not well up on these phones, so you know.
Oh, is it your phone?
Yeah, it's the keyboard seems to have.
Oh, Harvey said thanks for the radio.
Oh, okay. Was it okay?
Well, he hasn't got it yet. Hermes has still got it.
Oh God.
Or Every, as they call themselves. They've still got it.
Oh God.
He only well, it doesn't matter, does it? He only wanted the knobs.
You've got the full radio.
So we've got the full radio. So, he's on a, either way, he's on a winner.
No, yeah.
Unless they manage to smash the fucking knobs. They shouldn't do. It's fucking well wrapped.
Yeah, I know, but it's Hermes, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, but I don't usually have a problem with Hermes, you know. And do you know I haven't for a long time.
Mm.
They're actually getting there now.
Mm.
They're actually turning pretty decent now.
Really?
But then again, the courier that comes here, Paul,
Mm.
if I'm not in, he won't leave the stuff anywhere. He won't put it in anywhere. He won't leave it. Apart from Courtney, he'll leave it with Courtney if she's in.
Yeah.
You know, but if he doesn't get an answer in or upstairs, he'll just come back the next day or a couple of hours later, which I don't mind.
No.
You know, I'd rather him do that than he'd be left outside and get
So you've got a good one round here, have you?
Yeah, we've got a good one round here. Yeah. Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say. No, I'm gonna say yet.
Mm.
Let's turn this camera around. See if we can get you on the camera.
Oh God, do we have to?
No, you don't have to. No. I'd rather not actually. I don't want to break the camera lens.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's go to camera 4.
Hmm.
Let's turn this round. You still can't fucking see you.
No.
There you are. That's because I'm a fat bastard.
You said it.
Well,
You
that's
said
true.
it.
Yeah. Let's see, should we see if we can get some sort of picture-in-picture going here?
Could do, yeah.
Yeah, see if we can get some sort of... so if I press mode...
There you go.
there we go, you see? We've got all the pictures up at once. So you can see everything. So there we go, you see? Harvey's saying every does seem to have improved lately. Yeah, they have. They have. They're getting there now. Hello, Burnsy, XXD. Does anyone have specs on a what? A Heyo, I think it is, I can't pronounce it, it's a PA 901. NHAC PA 901.
No, I can't tell you. What's
No.
the problem with it?
I don't know know what it is.
It's a
I'm
PA.
going to hazard a guess and say it's a PA amp,
Yeah,
but I could be wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had issues with the Linear Super Disco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I recapped it the other day, and one of the new caps I put in was bad, so the headphone amplifier decided it didn't want to work. And when I turn it on now, here's what it does. I'll just give you a quick demonstration, because I know you like demonstrations.
Yeah, I do.
You do. Yeah, listen to this. Right, what it does now, I think it's another bad cap, but I've replaced them all. Yeah, listen.
Where do you
Yeah,
get them from?
well, the cheap eBay shitters, Shenzhen specials. But they don't normally have a problem. Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
We'll turn it on. Yeah, it's all come to life. That's always been like that. See, now it's died. Died, yeah?
Yeah.
Now what'll happen is, it'll come back to life in a minute. Leave that fully that way. That's the mic EQ. It's always been noisy. Leave it a couple of seconds. Well, this time it's making a liar out of me.
Yeah, you do that.
Let's put a record on. Put a record on. It's coming to life now. Come back to life now.
Though we gotta say goodbye for the summer.
I've turned that down. See, it's back to life again.
That's odd.
Weird that, innit? Now it'll work all day now, perfectly. Work forever now, as long as you don't turn it off. I think it's another bad cap. Not taking its time to charge up. Could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, ISR.
Yeah, could be, yeah. But the thing is, I've had that much fucking trouble with this. I don't want to fuck about. But that noise there, that's nothing. Turn it down. Look how low that is now. Well,
Yeah.
that sounded like FM radio with everything turned down a few days ago. Really, really loud hiss.
Yeah.
That's not bad now.
No.
So we fixed something. I did find a 470. Let's take this arm off. I did find a 470. That was out of tolerance. And see, that sounds like something discharging very quickly as well. That's not the power amp, that is. That's not the power amp. That's this mixer. The power amp. When you disconnect the mixer, the power amp, you can't hear fuck all. It's dead silent. It's as silent as one of my farts.
No comment.
Yeah. Anyway, move your legs. There we go. Right. Anyway, so you know, so it could be an IESR cap, couldn't it?
Sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not fucking about pulling all that back out just to do that. I can put up with it like that. You know, fucking, I can live with it. Because you know, a couple of seconds it comes on, so I can live with that. You never know, the cap might decide to reform itself.
It might.
I doubt it, like, but you never know. Because the HT is only 20 volts. Well, the one that's most likely to do it, and it isn't the one that's causing it, because I've already measured the voltage. There's 22 volts going across everything. As soon as you switch it on, where I think the issue is, there's 22 volts there, so it's not the power supply. So it's something after the power supply. But the problem with them is you can't get the manuals for them. There's no manual available for it anywhere. It'd be nice to have the manual, you know, so I could have a look at it to find out what everything actually does. Well, I've got a feeling that the board nearest the power supply, your bass and treble go to that, so I think that just deals with the tone. That's just your tone controls, your tone control board. And the one at the board after that is the one where I think the problem is. That's the one that had a dodgy cap on it. That I put in and took a brand new cap that I put in. The whole body of the capacitor was turning. You know, when you turn the capacitor, the whole body of the capacitor was turning. And I checked it, and it was open. It was a 4.7 microfarad. I checked it was open. So I put a new one in, and that was on the headphone amp, and that sorted out the headphone amp. But I think there might be one on the other board as well. But I just don't want to go in there again.
No, I can understand.
It's all fucking screwed together now. I just don't want to undo it. I'm sick of fucking undoing it. You know, so I'm leaving it now. I've recapped it, but obviously, you know, some caps obviously. You know what I mean?
I had that.
You have to check them, don't you, before you put them in, really. And I should have done, really, and then thought, no, that's a bit high, and gone for another one. But I didn't. I just chucked them in. So we ended up with one faulty one in there. That was definitely faulty.
I've had that with those cheap capacitors. I had a 0.01 on the rear 8-foot valve, and it was it worked okay for a minute, then stopped dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got Heather's record player coming back.
Whose?
Heather.
No?
Remember the auto mix I did? Oh, well, I've done that many, Anna. I repaired it about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a bit longer, well, maybe a bit less, I don't know. Can't remember when I did that. But it's got an intermittent fault. Sometimes it could be there straight away while I warm up. Other times it might not be there until halfway through an album. So I don't think it's a capacitor, because it'd be there all the time, wouldn't it? Would it?
Not necessarily, but I will. Plus I will go. It's so. Is it a bit circular model or a?
No. It's a hand wide model. If I remember right. Yeah, the hand wide auto mixes. Yeah, it's a point to point wire.
Yeah.
Point to point. Which I think it could be. The valve could do it, couldn't it?
It could. On the socket.
Yeah, it could even be a dodgy socket, couldn't it? I mean, but no matter what it is, it doesn't matter, does it? Because we'll sort it for her. Yeah, we'll get it done. That's the thing, you see. We get it done. But that's the issue with these old record players. You know, you can fix one fault, and another fault a few years later can come down the line. A few years down the line, it develops another problem. It could be a fucking resistor that's going funny. You know, an intermittent resistor. Because I never changed any of the resistors in it. What I might do when it comes in, I might do a full rebuild. Because that'll eliminate everything, won't it? I'll check the capacitors. I'll replace as necessary, but I might put all fresh resistors. There's not that many in it. Have I got the circuit for the auto mix here?
Should have.
Well, no, I mean actually in front of me, so we can look at it. Have we got the paperwork? I don't think we've got the paperwork. We did have. I thought it was over here. I don't know. Yeah, do you want a little bottle for your oil?
Yeah, fine.
There you go.
Thanks. Yeah.
Little bottle for your oil. He oils his joints, guys, otherwise he starts squeaking.
Yeah, yeah,
He oils his joints so he doesn't squeak.
yeah.
Whereas,
I'm a dick. Anyway.
what dick?
Oh, haha.
Listen, listen, let me tell you something. Another fucking half inch you'd have been female.
Oh, ha.
A woman said to me once, she says, "Oh, you smell nice, what have you got on?" I says, "A hard, but I didn't know you could smell it."
Yeah, I've heard that one
Yeah.
from you. Yeah.
you already heard that one. Yeah. I got the Philips tape recorder done, didn't I, Richards?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got that done.
Mm.
We got it done. We get there eventually.
Mm.
Sometimes it takes a bit of time, but we got there.
Mm.
I don't know where.
I bet another one down here.
Which other one down here?
Burn It Marks, or whatever it's called.
Or Burn It Out Matthews?
Mm.
Well, that's here. Let's bring that up.
Mm.
You mean this thing? What the issue is with this,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
He's been in this.
Yeah.
Now, I've tried to rebuild this.
Mm.
I know the valves are okay. They are Russian ones, but they're okay.
Mm.
They're probably all right.
Mm.
But what he's done, where I'm a bit hazy is this resistor here.
Mm.
I can't find any service information on this chassis,
Mm.
and I don't know what he's done, because when I turned it on, I just got a bit of a flash
Mm.
from somewhere. So I don't know what he's done. The tone capacitor, I'd have to say, is correct,
Mm.
but I don't know. Then again, you see, these two resistors here,
Mm.
he's had them off, so I don't know. This resistor here,
Mm.
I don't know where that goes. I've just soldered it where I think,
Mm.
and the amplifier wasn't happy.
Mm.
It just doesn't work, and to be honest with you, this resistor here,
Mm.
you know, he's had it. You can tell he's been there because he put fucking earth wire on it.
Mm.
I mean, I put this tag strip on.
Mm.
He had this fucking lot of fucking feed fed through here,
Mm.
through that fucking hole. Fucking definitely lethal.
Mm.
But you know, I can't find the fucking manual for it, so.
Don't look.
Go on.
Is that an ECL or an EL?
It's an EL.
That's simple enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's simple enough, but not when somebody else has taken the bits out and put them in wrong.
Mm.
No matter how many fucking, you know, if you've got more than 2 bits and somebody's put them in the wrong places, then you're fucked. Without the schematic, you can't fucking work on it.
You can to an extent.
You know, I have done to an extent, and it doesn't work, so
Mm.
I condemned it.
Shame, really. Never mind.
Well, it's not a shame, really. It's only a shitty fidelity. The world won't be crying over that.
No, no.
But he's got another one exactly the same,
Mm.
with the same. Well, it's not exactly the same, but it's the same amplifier.
Mm.
And I thought, oh, I seen the amplifier. I thought, oh, I can go off that. He's been at that one and all.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I've just condemned the fucker. It's not worth my time.
Wait a minute. Which one of these is the main transformer, first of all?
There isn't a main transformer. That transformer there is the heat. That's the output transformer.
Yeah.
No, that one there you got your finger on. That's for the heaters only.
Is it?
Yes. If you look at the wiring, you'll see it's mains derived.
Mm.
HT.
Mm.
Yeah, there is no mains transformer as such. That transformer's only a 6.3 volt transformer for the heaters.
Not all. And is that working, first of all?
Yeah, the valves warm up.
Okay, fine, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, the valves heat up. I don't want to bother with it, to be honest.
I might have a go at it.
Would you want to take it with you?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I'll take it with you.
Mm.
If you sort it, you can tell him what you want for sorting it.
Mm.
I know, you know, I'll tell you later what I normally take off him. I won't say on video, I'm not saying it, discussing it on
Okay.
here. But just tell him what you want.
Mm.
You know, if you do it, you may as well take it. and bring it back up, but to come back together.
And so basically, those resistors go to the on the AC side. The DC side goes to deck, and of course to the EL84.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's mains derived HT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like mains derived HT. I'd much rather have a isolation transformer in the middle of it. It's a lot safer, and you can earth them. You can't earth them fuckers. If you earth them, you get a very loud bang, or it trips your breakers. More often than not, it trips your breakers these days. But back in the day when there were domino fuses, blew your fucking fuses, didn't it? Or you got a very loud, blew the fuse, or you got a very loud bang. So what? That's motor.
That's motor.
Yeah.
And so this one is HT. Mains.
No. Let me pass it here.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
And I'll just have a
Right.
look where it does
Right.
nothing, does it? Does nothing, does it not?
Right, this one here is pickup. Yeah, it's pickup because it's coming from. Yeah, it is. It's pickup because it's going to the volt. It's put that on. You see, it shouldn't have that. But it's put that on, and it's going. That's going to. One side's going to the wiper, and of the tone control, which is then going to ground. So that's your pickup. That then goes from your volume control, and goes to the griddy valve. So that one there's your pickup. Don't put 240 volts through that one. That one there's your voltage. That one there's your
The mains voltage.
your mains, yeah, the brown and blue is your mains voltage.
I've got something which I can put in place of that for the pickup. It's taking its mono.
It is mono, yes.
Just making sure.
Yes, it is. It's mono. Yeah. But yeah, it's fucking. It just made a fucking butchery of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And,
I mean, I do sometimes, but that I've got when I'm so sometimes I
you know,
put things.
look at the fucking state. Did I put these? Yeah, I think I put these in. But they're a lot neater than what he'd put them in. He'd fed them all through that fucking hole there. I soldered them onto here. Soldered a tag strip on. I'm just checking. Make sure none of them are actually shorted. I don't think they are. It's been knocking around the fucking floor a few times now, so.
Okay, I'll deal with it one way or the other. Probably the upper
Yeah,
line.
that's all your grounds there. Hang on a minute. Yeah, there's your grounds. I'm just checking there for I might put a ground in the wrong place. I haven't. Not allowing me to make a mistake like that.
No.
No, they're all correct. Then we've got. No, but I can't find the fucking service. I can't find service information on it.
What is it?
It's a UA4, not UA, an HF4.
An HF4.
Yeah, Fidelity HF4. Or is it an HF1? It's the same fucking amp anyway. Yeah, but that you know, I'll let you take that with you. You know.
Have some fun with that.
Yeah, you can take that with you and have a go at it for us.
Yeah.
Well, for him.
Yeah.
Hey up.
Sounds like somebody's up.
We've been up all morning. It's just not been noisy till now. I don't mind. I mean, fucking, I was playing loud music before. So you know, I can't fucking moan, can I?
No, it's what you can.
You know, I can't fucking bang on her door and say, listen, you know, can you keep him fucking quiet? I was playing fucking loud music a couple of hours ago. You know, so I can't. You just can't. You got to give and take, Steve.
Of course, yeah.
You know, okay, they're noisy. I'm fucking noisy. My computer went on one yesterday. Yeah, I turned it on yesterday morning and it come up with a fucking. Well, I didn't turn it on. I leave that on for days, as you know. Especially if I've got a video on. You know, I'll pause it and leave it and then come back to it. Anyway, what happened? I come on and there was a load of gibberish on the screen. I can't remember what it was now, but there was a load of gibberish on the screen, and it's just, you know, when I thought I'll just reboot it. It must have fucking restarted, and that's how it came back on. I rebooted it wouldn't fucking reboot. So anyway, I've got it on the bench here. You know, as I put the side back on.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anyway, what I did, I got it on the bench and I got my little small monitor. I connected it up. First I unplugged all the USB devices. First thing you do is unplug everything that's in the USB sockets. Anyway, I unplugged all that and it still did it. So I got it up here on the workbench along with a small monitor I've got. I plugged it in and it did the same thing. So I unplugged all the hard drives except the solid state drive, which is the C drive, which contains the Windows installation. And it booted up. It came up, Windows 10, no problems, booted up. So I plugged I plugged the other three drives back in, and it did the same thing. So I unplugged the bottom drive, next up from the bottom, second from bottom I pulled, because the solid state one's at the bottom, and it booted up. So there was obviously something that the computer didn't like with that drive. And anyway, I put the drive in my removable caddy, plugged it into the machine in the shack, and it fucking and it reads the disc. So I don't know what the fuck it is. It could be a rumble, it could be a bad bearing causing a power drain. Could be anything. It could be something that's gone on the disc. Could be, it could be anything, but it wouldn't boot up without driving it, no matter what I did. If I formatted the drive, it might have done. And put it back in, but I don't want to do that because there's stuff on the drive that I want to keep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of YouTube videos on there because I keep all my videos in case there's ever a problem.
Yeah.
YouTube's gonna go bumping it eventually.
Oh yeah.
See what they're doing now?
What?
You've got to have so many subscribers. You've got to have so many views and subscribers before you can fucking claim any money now, really. You know, before you're not going to earn anything from advertising. So nobody's going to advertise, are they?
No.
They're not going to allow the adverts, are they? They're just not going to select it. People, I don't select any YouTube options anyway. Super thanks, super chat. I don't use any of it because they take 30%. I just have the buy me a coffee, and they can't stop you doing that because that's not a YouTube thing. That's a private entity. So I just have the buy me a coffee, and as soon as they stop allowing you to have buy me a coffee, I'll just shut the channel down. You know, a lot of people will. As soon as they start getting too far, people will just shut their channels down. Somebody somewhere will come up with an alternative that's just as good and without all the fucking shit that comes with it. I played the 007 James Bond theme by the John Berry 7+4, which I've got. And I played that last night on that, and my fucking video got blocked worldwide. So I had to erase. I had to select to either trim it or erase it. I was in fucking bed, so I just selected to erase it. It got blocked. They blocked it worldwide. Cheeky cunts.
Sounds a bit right.
Hello, Jody. Hello, Andy. Nice to see you, Steve, again. Yeah, you got here early today. It's only 3:15. So I don't start preparing my tea until about 4ish. So yeah, you got here early today, but I did say to you, didn't I? If you get here too late, then there's no point.
Yeah.
How'd you get on with fitting that head in that Phillips?
I'm not yet. I've got problems at the station, big problems.
I don't know why they don't just shut that station down. Sounds like it's the right fucking Mickey Mouse operation. It's always breaking down.
The problem isn't the equipment so much as the fact that people muck about with it.
Yeah, people don't know what they're fucking doing, you mean?
Yeah.
They should just fucking close it down. They're fucking done with it. Or fucking get somebody to fucking run it that knows what they're doing.
Well, I do, but
I know, so do I. I ran from one from here, didn't I? I understand pirate radio. I ran one. But I'd like to do internet radio, but it can be expensive to get into it. Internet radio. I'd like to do internet radio. You would be heard worldwide, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. I mean, my connection's fast enough to deal with it. Well, fast enough, but
No, it isn't. because my dad insisted on talk because the vicar said so.
Oh, right, he'd listened to his vicar, did he?
Yeah, I said
Talk, shit.
I know, yeah.
It lasted one day.
Mm.
Not even a day. They fitted it and it was fucking, I got rid of it the same night.
Mm.
I just phoned them up, I said turn it off, I said I'm not having that. But before they turned it off, I managed to keep it on long enough to get older to find an alternative, which was Origin. And they're now owned by a utility warehouse. But the connection's not bad. It drops off every now and again. Every now and again you'll wake up and you've got no internet, you have to plug the router, unplug the router. But that's standard, that's par for the course on all of them, apart from the Virgin ones. But I don't like Virgin because I got hacked and somebody got into my fucking personal accounts and they actually held me passwords and my accounts up for ransom. Or they said they had images of me in a compromising position,
Which he didn't tell.
which obviously they didn't have because I don't do things like that. I don't do things like that. And basically, I told them to go and get fucked on a phone Virgin Media, and they wouldn't do nothing about it, so I just fucking got rid of them. They went that day forthwith. I got rid of the email account that they had. Well, I just stopped using that. They changed my eBay password. I couldn't get into my eBay. They got to change my mother's maiden name on the fucking account, on my eBay email account, so I couldn't get in to change anything. They went through it, man. They had all my information, and I think it's some fucking at work for Virgin. Because when you phone Virgin, you don't get put into a call, so you don't get through to a call centre over here.
Of course not.
You get, they use fucking call centres in the black hole of Calcutta.
Yeah, I know.
They use fucking call centres in the Middle East and Far East and fucking all Asia, all over Asia. There's no call centres here in the UK. I remember once I phoned them up years and years ago, right, and that's before broadband came. Well, it was actually broadband. It just come out, and my router died, and my modem died. My broadband modem died. So anyway, so I phoned him up, and he says, I have just done a check for you. He says, and your modem is working absolutely fine. I said, well, that's a load of bollocks. I said, you haven't checked. Oh yes, I've checked. I said, you can't have done. Why? I said, because the fucking thing's unplugged. I says, it's not plugged into the mains. I says, I unplugged it. Why did you unplug it? I said, to see if you were telling the fucking truth. I said, now, I'll expect a new modem being delivered by the end of the week, or I'm going to go somewhere else. The next day a modem turned up. I plugged it in, I set it up, it was right. The modem had gone down and he tried to tell me it hadn't.
Yeah.
They're in the fucking, the call centres are not even in the UK.
No, of course not.
And I reckon it was somebody that worked for them that got my fucking details. I mean, how else would they get all that? My mother's maiden name and all that lot, that's all private. How else would they get that? There had to be somebody that worked for them. And the Mildred's been hacked a few times, and he has Virgin, and he's been hacked a few times. Definitely them. I think so. So I got rid of them, and I mean, when you phone what used to be Origin, when you phone them, at least you got somebody that was in a call centre in Yorkshire. Because I asked the woman, I said, "Can I ask you where you are, love?" She said, "Yeah, I'm in Yorkshire." I said, "All right." See, the reason why a lot of places use call centres overseas is because it's cheaper.
Of course, yeah.
Fucking labour's cheaper. They give them a bowl of rice, and something to dip in it. And it's like I won't buy Levi jeans, and I won't shop at M&S or Primark. The reason why is because them companies have been known to exploit child labour. I mean, Levi's, for example, they make a pair of jeans, right? They'll make a pair of jeans, and they'll sell them jeans for about 100 quid, maybe more. Let's say 100 quid, yeah, but probably a bit more, depending on what jeans you get. You buy a pair of jeans for £100, right? They've got some little kid in the middle of Calcutta somewhere making them, and all they're sitting down to at the end of the day is a bowl of rice. They don't even get any wages; you just get a bowl of rice, and they have to be grateful for it. So I won't shop at Primark, Marks and Spencers, or buy Levi products, and you know, because they exploit child labour. And here's an interesting thing for you, an interesting fun fact. Right, do you remember Carry On Cleo?
Yeah,
Did you know that they were sued by Marks and Spencers?
I've heard about it. Yeah, very much.
Yes, they were sued because they had 2 slave traders in the film called Marcus and Spencius. 2 Roman slave traders, and they were called Marcus and Spencius. Now, given that fucking Marks and Sparks were using child labour, who were they to talk?
They didn't want anybody putting 2 and 2 together. That's what that
Oh
was.
no, it all came out eventually. You know, yeah. Oh, Jodie Duggan said hello, Steve.
No, hello, Joe. You all right?
Yeah, he said it's nice to see you again. I wish I could say the same.
No, yes.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you fancy a game of cards? Yeah. Look, no. Listen. Right. These cards are good because they're now on them.
Yeah.
So I could ask you. I could ask you to pick a card. Go and take a card. Take any. It doesn't matter. Just take any card you want.
Okay.
I wish you'd hurry up. Why don't you just take that one there? It's hanging off.
Because you want me to see that.
Right. So
Okay.
no, don't let me see it. Right. Now I can't see that, can I?
No.
Now I can tell you exactly what's on that card.
Yeah, nothing.
Absolutely fuck all. Isn't that? There you go, guys. See, I was right. There again. They're all blank. Do you know what I bought these for? I bought these because if you cut them in half, right, and trim them down a bit, they make excellent dividers for my capacitor thing, for my storage box. That's what I bought these for. And I can also shuffle a pack of cards. I'll do that. I can't do fancy shuffles, I wish I could. Yeah, but I can shuffle them.
Yeah, well, as far as fancy shuffles go, I did used to be able to do them because Dilly's taught me she worked in a casino.
Right, yeah, they're fucking some of the best fucking card shufflers you ever meet were casino croupiers and stuff, aren't they? People who work in casino card dealers. Yeah, fucking some of the best card shufflers on the planet, them. I'll tell you who else is a good shuffler as well. Did you ever watch The Real Hustle on BBC years ago?
No.
Did you ever see that? No, a guy called Paul, a Scotch guy. He can shuffle. Yeah, he's a good card shuffler. You won't want to play poker with him. He'll take your fucking trousers and your wallet. Yeah, fucking I'll take you to the cleaners, that fucker. Yeah. Well, what they did, they got 3 guys in once for, I think they were known as the Essex Mob, and they were poker players known as the Essex Mob, if I remember rightly. And what they did, they got these guys, and they arranged a game of poker with them. And halfway through the game, they slipped the deck. They switched the deck, and they let the professional poker players win a couple of times, and then the girl that works with them called Jess, she came in to take the drinks order, and while she was taking the drinks order, she slipped an identical pack of cards to Paul, and what he did then, using sleight of hand, what he did, he got the marked deck onto the table, and Jess went out with the real deck, with the real pack, and basically. Once that marked deck was in play, they weren't winning. They won fuck all after that. You know, I won't play cards. It's just too fucking. You know, if you're playing against somebody professional, you're never gonna win. No matter what they fucking deal you, because they know where all the cards are.
Of course they do, yeah.
You know, when they shuffle, they know. They know where, well, you know, they can give you the cards and you can shuffle them.
Yeah.
You can cut them, do what you fucking want with them.
Mm.
But they can shuffle them and put them back in the order in which they gave them to you in the first place. You'll never win against a professional card dealer, a professional poker player. You'll never win.
Mm.
And if you do, you'll be lucky. You know, I mean, to say cards is a game of chance, it is a lot of the time. You know, it is a lot of the time. It's like if you're playing pontoon or 21s as it's sometimes called, or even blackjack. You know, if you're playing that, you know, the dealer gives you, they've got they've got something like a 6-card shoe, a 6-pack shoe. You know, they've got like 3 fucking packs in a shoe. So, you know, she can give you what, she could give you fucking. She could give you an ace and a jack or whatever pontoon. She could give you that 3 times on the row. That is a game of chance. But poker isn't. You know, blackjack, or as we call it over here, pontoon, that is a game of chance. And, you know...
Not exactly. Not with blackjack. Blackjack is a different game, actually. Similar to pontoon.
It's the same thing.
It's not.
Well, in what way is it not the same thing? You dealt 2 cards. You dealt 2 cards. You know, and you have the chance. You have the chance to either stick or twist. And if you go over 21, you bust. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but with blackjack, but do 3 cards in the 2, and what people do is remember the cards that have been seen before.
Yeah, but it's still the same game. Just that somebody's got a good memory for remembering the cards that have been out, because somebody doesn't shuffle the pack properly. That's why they use a 6-card shoe or whatever. You know, a 6-pack shoe. Sorry, I think it's a 6, but it might be a 5-pack. But they use a shoe with multiple packs of cards in them, and that way, you know, you could be getting your card from anywhere. You know, you could be getting your card from anywhere then, and a lot of the times now, the same packs are not used. They change them every couple of times in case somebody slips marked cards in. So they rotate the packs now. And there's certain cards, there's certain makes of cards that are only sold to casinos, and you can't get them. The only way to get them is to go to a casino and get them, you know, steal them. And there was one guy, I think he was in America, and what he was doing, when the casinos were throwing the playing cards away because they've been used too many times, we're getting dog-eared and stuff. When they were throwing them away, what he was doing, he was actually taking the cards home. And he was sorting out the ones that were too badly dog-eared and the ones that weren't too bad. He was making full decks out of them and marking them. You know, making full packs out of them and marking them. And putting them back in through the system, and they caught him. I'll tell you what, you wouldn't want to get caught by a casino guy, would you? They'd take you into a back room and fucking get out the rubber hoses and the truncheons. They'd give you a right fucking duffing up if you get caught cheating. They don't tell the authorities that, but they fucking do. They give you a right good hiding if you get caught. What PC am I using here? Hello, official Alex. Hello, Alex. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Alex. It's afternoon here, nearly tea time. What PC? Well, I'm actually using I built the PC myself years ago. I'm using I'm using an Intel i7 processor. Got an Intel i7 in it, and it's a gigabyte motherboard. I like gigabyte motherboards. It's a gaming motherboard. I like gigabyte boards because they've got dual BIOS in them. All gigabyte motherboards have got 2 BIOS chips on them. So if your computer fails to boot because it has an issue with the main BIOS, it'll automatically switch without you knowing. And what it'll do, it will actually try and resolve the problem with the original BIOS, but if not, it'll just boot up from the backup BIOS. Which is a good idea. If your BIOS chip fails, as long as it doesn't suffer from a dead short and kill loads of stuff, you know, if the BIOS chip just gets corrupted, You can, you know, you can just, it'll just boot from the back up.
Mm.
I can hear something in there.
That's a fly. Wasps are lower.
Yeah, I know wasps is lower. They're sort of like drone, don't they, wasps?
Yeah.
Where flies are,
Yeah, it's there.
yeah, I can see it. Mm. I remember when I was in school, the teacher said, she says, what's the average, she asked a general question to the class. She says, what's the average lifespan of a housefly? I says, about 3 or 4 days if it's lucky. She said, how do you work that out? I said, depends on whether it manages to avoid a newspaper. I remember once she says, well, I want to know what everybody's favourite word is. So when it came to my turn, I turned around and says clitoris. And she stood there with her mouth open. She went, why? She didn't even say, she went, why? I said, I just like the way it rolls off the tongue.
Headmaster's office.
Yeah. And the whole fucking class erupted in laughter. I remember once I stuck her to the chair with super glue.
Dear.
Mrs. Stockton, she was called. She was a right miserable old bastard. I stuck her to the chair with super glue. And we had this dead fin. She had this dead fin summer dress on. And she stood up in it. And you remember the classrooms used to be like fucking 40 foot long by 20 foot high.
Yeah.
Anyway, she fucking stood up. And it ripped and it echoed. Because they were all glass on one side, weren't they, the classrooms? All glass on one side and fucking bricks and shit on the other. And the door and the blackboard and everything at the other end. Anyway. What she did, she stood up to give the register to one of the fucking lackeys that took the register back to the secretary's office. And as she stood up, it went rip. It did. It went rip. And she fucking looked. She looked and she says, who did that? So nobody would say it was me, you know. Nobody would say it was me. And I turned round. I said, well, if you really must fucking know, it was fucking me. She says, why? I said, because I can't fucking stand you, you miserable old bastard. Right, so, do you fancy looking at a tape recorder?
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I can't because I can't get past to get it.
Hang on. I'll just.
Yeah, if you stand up out of the way a minute.
Yeah, hang
Because
on.
I've got. If you stand up out of the way a minute, I can move your chair for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, that we're all.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Right. Oh, me!
No.
No, it wasn't an invitation. My fucking leg just nearly gave way. Let me just fucking get out of this fucking chair. I went to stand up, me fucking out. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old and it's fucking not funny. I'll move your chair and you wait there a minute. Don't run off.
No, I can't, can I?
Yeah. Right, so we get this. This is Burn It Out Matthews. But he says he hasn't messed with this electrically. Now, I don't know whether to accept that or I don't know whether to believe that or whether to. Should we take the chance? There, you have to put that back in the position that you want it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Should we take the chance and just put the cunting thing in?
Yeah.
I mean, what can it do?
You go bang.
Yeah. Right, this is a Philips tape recorder, guys.
Yes, it's EL3541.
Yeah, it's a bag of shit, really.
No.
They don't know that they are. All Philips stuff's crap. Right, so
What's that piece of paper?
it's probably his toilet paper. New belts working slow. Right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to first fucking work out where to stash the power lead. Oh, look at that.
of those microphones, aren't
You know, got a fucking wire there. I don't know what the fuck that would be for.
they? If we're connecting to other things for wireless, microless recordings, you know.
Right, so just check it's set for 240 volts. It is.
Okay, well.
Right, well, what we're going to do, we're going to plug this in. But what we're going to do, we're not going to use his tape. No. We're not going to use his tape. We're going to use my tape. Why? Because I know my tape, fuck it, I know my tape's decent. Well, I say decent. Now it says it's running slow. Now we'll pull the head cover off. Well, it's got screwed in this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the screw. Good job of just yank that, isn't it?
A lot of people doing it.
Break the
knackers
fucker.
behind it. That,
You snap it,
yeah.
like I nearly did and then realised. Fuck me. There you go. It's one of them fucking daft star screws.
Yeah,
I've just used a flathead.
that's what I do. I really don't. Everyone does it around here.
Right, so now we're into the meat of it now. So what we do, plug this in. This is Burn It Out Matthews, and this is a rare thing for me. I don't normally plug his fucking shite in. If this blows up, I'll kill him.
The motor seems alright.
Seems quiet, doesn't it? Right. Right, the magic eye's lit up.
Yeah.
Right, we'll just play on these. That's stop.
That one.
That one.
No, that one.
Okay, now. Hang on. It's fucking spilling my tape out everywhere. There we go. Right.
When Uncle Sam called us up, we hit that Easter sand.
That is slow, isn't it?
Now for 3 long years in that
It's not the pinch roller.
unusual land. Met a few foreign ladies. Drank a lot of lukewarm.
Now turn it off. There's your problem. Take the tape off. Now press play. How much fucking back tension's on that?
Too much by the looks of it.
Look at that. Right, so let's get it. Should we?
These are Philips sort of design problems, isn't it? You know.
It's shit. That's why it's Philips crap. It's absolutely crap. Philips stuff is shit. Or badged under the Stellaphone, yeah. Don't matter what badge you put on them, they're still shit. Yeah. You know, like they say in the classic car fraternity, you can't polish a turd. Fucking hell.
I mean, I've got
I mean, what's he put on this as a belt anyway? I wouldn't be surprised. He hasn't put a fucking old elastic on it.
No, that won't work, not with these.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Take it, that's the speed, isn't it?
Not track.
Oh, sorry, the track.
These are single speed machines.
Yeah.
And the handles are going to come off as well, by the way.
Eh?
Handles are going to come off as well, by the way. Two more screws behind it.
One screw by the look of that.
Hmm?
One screw by the look of that.
No, on the other side as well.
The other side of where?
Here.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought you meant 2 screws per handle.
No.
The side.
Hmm.
I was expecting to take them out and just lift the top off. Oh, well. I've got another one of these to do for Richard.
Hmm? Same model.
I don't know if it's the same model, probably. It's in the other room. It's got to have the head done.
Hmm?
Because they say that every who plays it, it keeps going muffly.
Hmm?
So that could be his tape, couldn't it?
Pressure pad.
Or even a pressure pad, but he sent a head for it to be done.
Hmm?
So we'll put a head in if it's a head, because he sent one.
Hmm.
Oh,
No, so the top should lift off.
right. So now, should we see what's been done?
Yeah.
Let's turn the mains off so I don't put my fingers in.
Coward.
Shut up. Right.
No, it's just
That
but this is when you've had.
Take the counter belt off to start with.
Hmm.
Now that there. Now, first thing I want to check. Now, I'm not happy with those.
Hmm.
They're homemade,
Hmm.
and they're probably sitting too high.
Hmm.
Now, what I want to check to see. Let's take this pin out of here a minute. Let's roll her off.
Mm.
They're supposed to lift up and down.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
drops down, which is right,
Hmm.
and it comes up.
Hmm.
And on play it doesn't.
Hmm.
Now, what the issue is we've got here
Hmm.
is take the belt off for a minute, and the belt's all grubby. Take that pin out, take that roller out and put that there so the belt doesn't come off and go everywhere. Right, WD-40.
Mm.
Now what the problem is,
Hmm.
see these,
Yeah.
they're sat too high,
Hmm.
they're completely the wrong thing.
Do you want a set of those?
Why, have you got some?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I better have some for the other one and all, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave this on the bench now because it'll get done.
Mm.
Yeah, can you pop them into me as soon as you get a chance?
Yeah, I can. Hmm.
Oh, nice one. See, and this one here,
Hmm.
ooh,
Hmm.
ooh, that feels a bit slimy. Bit like a pollen. And that one hasn't even got one in there.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, and all he's done is cut little bits of plastic up, look.
Hmm.
Yeah, drop me a set and I'll give you the money for them. Because I'll get it off him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so drop me a setting, Steve.
Mm.
I'll get the money off him. It needs the belt cleaning and everything. It's a bit of a mess. So this can stay on the bench now till we do it.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'll leave that there now.
Yeah.
So that's all that's wrong with it. It's just too much back tension.
Mm.
That's the problem. We soon solved that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything electrically to it. There's no need. I wonder if everybody managed to see me do that. Have you all just seen me do that, guys? Or yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah. There's one capacitor which I do tend to change on these actually.
I'm not changing nothing because it works, doesn't it?
On playbacks, yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about record. I mean, who records on them anyway? I'll check it.
Mm.
If it records, I'm just going back as is.
Mm.
What's the capacitor anyway?
It comes off one side of the UCL 82 and it is one of those Grundig ones, surprisingly.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave this on the bench now, Steve,
Mm.
and you know, just wait for you to drop me the corks off.
And also on the cathode section of the,
And look at this. Oh, it's in play, isn't it?
yeah.
I was going to say, the pinch roller's dead stiff. It's not.
Mm.
So I didn't play,
Yeah,
didn't I?
on the playback side of that amplifier, on those we switch to record that playback amplifier is an oscillator, and sometimes that doesn't work either. Probably because of the usually that's because of the playback
Yeah.
oscillator capacity.
Right,
going
right.
a bit,
Right, because let me just stop you there, Billy, because you're going to blind everybody with science. Anyway, what I'll have to do with all are they the same? Are they the same rubbers that you put in yours? Yeah.
yeah,
Right, I'll need to file them down a bit, won't I?
yeah,
Because they sit a bit high, if you remember.
yeah.
So I'll have to take them down with the file a bit,
Mm.
so they sit a bit lower.
Mm.
Because that was the problem with yours, wasn't it? Apart from these were stuck.
Mm.
Other than that,
Mm.
other than that, I'm going to put these back in so I don't fucking lose them.
Mm. You've got a manual for it, haven't you?
Yeah. I shouldn't need a manual to do the corks.
Mm.
That's all I'm doing.
Mm. Yeah, they're a very popular machine at the time. Those were loads of them, so in loads of them, you know.
Yeah, I know. I nearly put my glasses on upside down then.
Mm.
That's no good. I'd be looking everywhere upside down, wouldn't I?
Dennis Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, so that goes in there. And you turn that until it drops.
Mm.
Well, you can't. You have to put your hand underneath.
Mm.
Or move something. You have to move a piece of the part of the mechanism. Otherwise that won't drop in place. The other one, the rewind one does. It's one of these you have to move. That's it.
Mm.
Just drop down now. So if I press play, see that doesn't move.
Mm.
But if I press fast forward, that drops down.
Yeah.
And press stop, pops back up. Play it doesn't because it doesn't want any drag.
Mm.
But what we need to do is clean these all up and replace the corks.
Mm.
But look what he's put in there. You've seen them, haven't you? Look, let's fish these out. Look. Very, very, very.
I think he'd been looking at the Mr. Stenning's website, hadn't he?
A what?
Stenning's website. They talk about doing things like that.
Whose website?
Paul Stenning.
Oh yeah, probably. This needs cleaning as well.
Oh, they always do.
So it'll go again,
Does it will?
even though it's a Phillips.
Mm.
And there should be another thing behind here. There it is.
Mm.
That black thing
Mm.
on top of there. No point fucking putting them on, is there?
Mm.
Just leave them there with the lid. Because that'll stay here now. Oops. And the screws, the handle bits can all go in there. Knobs. I may as well put the knobs back on.
Mm.
And then I can turn it on and off when I test it, can't I?
Mm. They can anyway.
Eh?
They can anyway, but take your point.
I know, but I don't like fucking. I don't like using. Yeah, I don't like using. I don't like touching valve stuff with metal knobs. That's why they make them out of plastic, so you don't get a shock off the pumps.
Mm.
Right, that's all that stuff there now. Right. Hello. The rubber off vapes will fix it. The take up reel. Steve's got some proper stuff there for me to use.
I've got the proper.
He's got the proper doings.
Mm.
So we're going to use what the proper stuff we might as well. Hello, Pat. Nice to see you, my mate. Yeah, I'll be going soon because it's getting on for 4 o'clock now, Steve.
Mm.
I'll be saying goodbye to you in a minute
Okay.
because I want to get the tea sorted.
I'm just going to get that and then have a quick look at it.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah,
It's been a pleasure. We've had a bit of fun, haven't we?
of course, yeah.
And I'll shut this down after you've gone. The reason why is because I shut it down a different way now.
Okay.
There's a bit more involved.
Mm.
So yeah, I've got the fucking potatoes and shit to sort out.
Oh, do you eat shit for tea?
Yeah. Any old shite.
Mm.
Any old shite. Any old shite.
Yeah,
Any old shite. Yeah. Right, well that's the end of today. I'm throwing you out, I'm afraid.
Okay, I shall see you next week at the same time.
Right, we try and get down one day in the week with those.
I will. Yeah, I'll find them.
Yeah, try and pop down. Hey, remember that idler rubber you ordered me from America?
Yeah.
It fucking disintegrated.
Sounds about right.
I was going to do something with that fucking player the other day, and I looked at the idler. It's fucking rotted. It's not even been on there 5 years. It's fucking rotted.
Mm.
Take my advice, guys. Don't buy an idler from America.
Mm.
An idler tyre. They rot. I'll find something else that'll do that. Anyway, say goodbye, Steve.
No, will you? That camera, is it?
Any of them. You can number for number. That one that I'm pointing at there is probably the best one. Or no, this one behind me, because that's
what I got before. Hello, goodbye.
Hello,
goodbye.
Hello, goodbye. Right.
Goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Although I've got to come back in to end it properly.
Yeah.
Anyway, you take it easy, Steve. Have a nice journey. Are you calling in Jay's on the way back?
Yeah, I've got to pick a couple of computers up.
Right.
I'm going to do something to prevent this problem with the.
You're going to drop your trousers, are you?
No.
Thankful for
The
that.
problem what I'm going to do to stop from walking back with the system is I'm going to transfer this bit onto Linux.
Linux.
Linux then.
Linux.
Then we can make it. We can screw it down, you know, so that.
Yeah, but it won't stop them though, will it?
Well,
But then again, if you put Linux on, it'll work one day, and then when you come to it the next day, it won't work. That happened to me with Linux.
no, yeah,
I lost all my fucking stuff. Do you want me to bring the amplifier out?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be. Are you parked right outside?
Yeah.
Good. Because I'm in me fucking undercrackers.
I'm sure nobody will notice.
I think they will. I'm in my undercrackers. I mean, it's don't want to be walking outside in my undercrackers. I mean, they're not really small, skimpy undercrackers. They're basically boxers.
Yeah. Nothing inside them, like, you know.
Shut up, you fucker. You wouldn't like it on your nose for a walk. Yeah, you wouldn't like it up your arse, mind you. I wish I hadn't said that. You might.
I'm not into that.
What's this?
What?
Where they come from?
I don't know, but they're there.
Pair of fucking shorts.
Not mine.
No, they're not mine either. But they're there. Wonder if Christine left them here yesterday.
Could be, could be.
Right. Here we go. I'll let you have a crack at this for me. I don't. Yeah, I know it is, but it's all right saying it's only a simple answer, right? There's nothing simple about it when you start taking bits off and putting them back in the wrong place. That then makes it harder. So once you've done this one, we'll have a look at this one. We'll do the other one. There we go, I'm back, guys. I am back. I'm here. Yeah, just seen Steve out. Yeah, I'll get on with our tea soon. Get that sorted out. Anyway, guys. Yeah, just see if there's anything else been in the chat in the couple of seconds I've been out of the room. Hey off Harvey, catch you later Harvey. Yeah, Steve's gone. Catch you later Julie. Right, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for coming in, it's always a pleasure. Join me next week, next Saturday and Sunday for the usual lives. Catch you later, guys. Bye for now.
Vintage audio repair is our main. Bringing old electronics back to life is our game. Tubes and wires we arrange. Every circuit we exchange.